Hey guys, how we doing? It's me, Gloria. So, I've been wanting to do a card totally differently, and I figured now's the time for me to do it. Since I don't have nothing special going on or anything, I figured I could sit down and try to do this cute card. So today, I am making a birthday card, and my birthday card is going to be a sun or a starburst card, okay? So guys, get your scissors out, get your cutters out. This is going to be amazing. Yay! Okay, so today I am going to use the Art Philosophy cartridge. Now, guys, I end up just getting this cartridge just to cut out some flowers. But there are other Cricut cartridges that you can get that do flowers. And you could do the same exact thing, guys. And the paper pad that I'm using today is called Hopscotch. I got this out of Walmart and it's from Colourbox. And it's pretty paper. I mean, pretty paper. It's not so thick like some cardstocks are, as you can see how thin. But it does do the work. It does do the job. Excuse me, guys. I got tongue-tied there a second. Okay, so what we're gonna end up starting with, you would need a total of 8 to 10 or maybe 6. It all depends on what size card you are actually doing. So, what I ended up doing was cutting a strip of paper that was 1.5 by 5.5. Then what I did, I got my cutter and I took the strip of paper. Let me see if I got like a scrap piece of paper so I can show you what I did. So, you got this piece of paper right here. You want to cut it at 1.5 by 5.5. And that's 5.5. And then what you would like to do is from one edge of the point to the opposite edge, you want to line it up to your groove and on your cutter as best as you can. And if you can't figure it, just hold one side and then move the other side to the groove. And then, and if it's still not lined up, just kind of line it up to where it's even. And then what you want to do is cut it. So then you have 2 of these pieces, okay? So, what you want to also do is use a scrap piece of white cardstock, because this is going to be your base of the sunburst card, okay? So I don't need this, and it's awesome if you have double-sided paper, guys, because double-sided paper you can use one side and then the other side. So you see, this is one paper, and all I gotta do is just flip it over to use another design. And what's good about that paper pack is that all of the papers coordinate together. So that is actually really, really good. Okay, so I'm just gonna line up this the way I want it to look on based. Okay, got like that, and then this one over here, and then let me trade this one and put this one there, put this one on the edge, and this one I want to like kind of change the look of the pattern paper. Okay, so there goes all of my pieces. So what you want to do next is, I like to slightly put a little just a really shy with my small score. So this is 4, well, this is 3 7/8. So you want to put it, you know, you want to go at least, because you want to leave some space down here for your sentiment. So you want to go at least 3/4 and just do a slight line. Just a really slight line so you see where you want to start your paper at and end it. Okay, so let's get started. And what I like to do, I can actually take out my craft mat and make it a little bit easier so nothing gets stuck. And I'm going to take my craft mat out and I'm going to kind of slip it under all of these papers. And let me rearrange these the way I want it. And this go right there, that goes right there, that one, and that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of adding tape on each and every part of my strips, I got my bigger ATG gun and I'm just going to add some glue to it. And if you go over, that's perfectly fine. This is why I'm doing it on my craft mat. Okay. And then you just want to add the extra glue. You know, either roll it off, which you can actually do really easy. That's what I like about that ATG. But the tape on the ATG was really expensive. But it's well worth it. As you can tell, I don't use it too much because once I'm through with the glue, I'm done. Okay, so now that we got that there, and I should have left all of that like that, you want to actually start in the middle of your card. Okay guys, just give me a second. Just wanted to peel that off. And I think I'm going to use my smaller ATG and I'm going to pass it along the edge. Okay. So now what I want to do, now remember guys, you can cut this at 1.5 by 5.5, or you can do it even smaller. It all depends on what size your card is. I could be here cleaning glue off all day long, so let me leave that alone. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to kind of position this straight. And since I'm not using that, I'm going to put my craft mat away, and then I'm just going to use my grid. And I'm going to start dead set in the middle. And I want to put it right at the tip of where my score line went. And I want to add a little bit of more tape. Okay. So then now I want to add this right to my card, just like that. Okay, and you see, you don't have to do 5 inches. You could do smaller, you could do larger. It all depends on what you do. Now you want to do is take the next paper and butt it up against with the tip and the edge of your card, so you do not see the white layer in the background. And you see how it's already going? And then you do the rest the same exact way, guys. And you kind of bring it so close to you. And you want to do it with this one next. And you just rotate the colors. And, you know, at the end, it don't really have to coordinate. Because it could be just a beautiful rainbow, you know. So then you want to add this one now. Okay, and then you want to go back on the other end and start adding the other end. And you want it to go just like that. And then the next paper will be this one. And guys, this is actually really fun for the simple fact you can match colors. And then I want to do this one. And what's so perfect about that pattern paper is that I used the papers in that whole one stack. I didn't change no paper or anything like that. Okay, and then I want to go over here with the green. And then I'm going to go back with the last one. And as you can see, one of my edges is off. Well, not off, but it's missing a big little piece. But that's going to be perfectly fine. Why? Because I'm going to use a piece of ribbon to go right across it. And you are not even going to tell. So the next step that I want you to do is get your trimmer and turn this around and trim off all of the extra layers that are hanging over, of course. And if you cut a little bit of the white cardstock, that's perfectly fine, because this is just the this is gonna go on top of a layer, so it won't be that bad. And then you can do something with the rest of the pieces, but I can't do nothing with those small little pieces, so those will be going in the garbage. And guys, this technique is actually really awesome to use with your scraps. It is a good use of using your scraps, let me tell you. It is amazing. And if I would have had a lot of pattern scraps, I would have definitely used that instead of opening up another. Let me take off this excess glue. Now, I've never done this card. I've seen this card for many, many years, but I've never done it. So I wanted to do something different. So you see how gorgeous that is? Oh my God, it looks so cute. Okay, so let me throw this away. And now, what I want to do is cut some of this ribbon, and I want to adhere it and put it down there. So let me see if I can find my scissors. This girl is never prepared when it's time to do a video. I always seem to forget something, and I really like how that looks. Okay, and let me kind of take all this extra glue off. Okay, so now I'm going to use my ATG, and I'm going to pass some glue. Then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to add it like right at the bottom. Let me kind of line this up straight. Just like that. Then I'm going to add this to the back. And I think I got, nope. Let me add some more tape. I would have had enough glue, but I ended up doing the other side too long. Let me see if I can lift it up. Hold on. Oops. Nope. Let me not do that. Okay. And I'm going to add some ATG. And then I'm going to cut the rest of this off. just like that. And I'm just going to add some more ATG right there. And now, there goes my card. It's kind of crooked, so let me see if I can kind of move this along just a little bit and straighten it out. Okay. And that ribbon is beautiful, but it sure makes a mess. Okay, so there goes our card. Now, we are going to adhere this to my first layer, which is a color that I use to coordinate with the pattern paper that I used. And now I'm just going to pass some ATG tape to this. And then we're going to adhere it to our base of our card. Okay, well, to our layer of the card. And that looks really good right there. Perfect. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to adhere this to my black layer. And what I end up doing was pulling all the colors out of that pattern, all those pattern papers that I used. And that looks fabulous. Woo, look at how pretty that is. Okay. Then, before I do anything else, I want to stamp my little sentiment. And for my little sentiment, I am using, I was going to use another stamp set, but I'm not going to search for it. So, I am going to use the So Many Candles, My Creative Time with Emma. And the one that I'm using is Birthday Hugs Are Coming Your Way. So, let me get that out. I'm missing a stamp out of here. Which one could that be? Birthday hugs are coming your way. Let me see if this is going to fit in this section right here. Oh, yes. And it seems like I got this banner crooked, but I don't. Okay, so now let me get my stamp press. And I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo ink, but I think I have, ooh, I do got it. I have some teal blue stays on. So that's what I'm going to use to stamp my sentiment. So let me position this right, straight. And take my stamp press. Okay, and now I'm just going to ink it up. And now I'm going to stamp it right on the bottom of the white cardstock. If I do not move it. Birthday hugs are coming your way. Emma has the most cutest sentiments. I love her. Okay, and there goes my sentiment. Birthday hugs are coming your way. And that came out cute. It actually really matches really, really good. So now I'm going to take this and we're gonna attach our card together. So I already have the layer of my card, which is perfect. I love how it came out. The colors are amazing, guys. I just love it. So now I have this card base. Now this card base is an A2 size card, and guys, this is for A2 size card, okay? So now I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna score it at 5.5, and that's if I can find my bone folder. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use my. So then I'm gonna score this at 5.5. No, at 4.5. It's an A2 size. Okay. Oh, there goes my thing, because that one did not crease it thick enough. There it goes. Okay. And now I'm gonna use my bone folder and I'm gonna crease it. And we're gonna do the inside of the card since we already did the front. So now for the inside of the card, I have this black cardstock, and all of these layers. This one is 4 7/8. No, 4 1/8. And then it's a 1/4 shy each one. Okay, guys. So I'm just gonna go and adhere these together. Let me not use that tape because that tape is expensive. Okay, then I'm just gonna add, I don't know if I should add a ribbon to this one. Should I? Let me see. Should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? No, I'm not gonna do it. If I add anything, it'll probably be a piece of like a Martha Stewart border trim. Okay. And you know, I might do that because I think I got a piece right here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, guys. Yay! Okay, and now I'm just going to attach this. Just like that. And before I adhere this, let me cut that trim out. And I will be using the Martha Stewart daisy trim. And I'm just going to cut out a trim. Okay. One more cut there and one more cut on the other side, and we will be done with the trim. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to take my zip two-way and I want to try to add some glue. Oh my god, I love this tip. I always have really hard times gluing with small little items like this, but with this tip, oh my god, it is so easy. It is so easy. So now I want to add my trim like in the middle. Does that look straight? Yep, I guess so. If not, it's straight. It's gonna have to be as straight as it can be. Cut off the extra. And now I want to adhere this down to my card base. And now I want to adhere this into my card base. Okay, and then for the inside of my card, I'm using another My Creative Time with Emma, more of my favorite sayings, and I'm going to use Have a Fabulous Birthday. So, and I'm going to use the same ink. If I know where I put it at. Yay. Okay, I found it. Okay, and then I'm going to get out my stamp press again. And have a fabulous birthday. Add that over there. Okay, now I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle. Have a fabulous birthday. Yay! Came out awesome. Ain't that awesome? And now I want to add something else. I gotta give it a little. What can I give? What can I give? Okay, give me a second. You know, I could do some hearts. That'll be cool. Okay. And then I'm gonna pop this up, put that over there, and I'm gonna add my hearts. And that's just gonna go one right there. One right there, and the other one in the middle. Okay, so there goes the inside of my card. Now, let's finish the outside. Now, for the outside of my card, I already got it all set. All I have to do is lay it down. Okay, now guys, you can stay right there and leave it as it is, just like that. But you know me, I can't leave it like that. So, on art philosophy, and like I said, you can go and cut them out in, there's other cartridges that have flowers. And you can use just about any flower. I have, oh, let me clean up my mess a second. Oops. I have on the art philosophy, on page 50, I use this flower number 8. And as you can see, they have different flowers, so you can use different flowers. So what I end up doing, I cut them 3 times. I cut this flower 1.75, 1.5, and 1 1.25. And I end up buying some gems from the Scrapbook Expo. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I thought it was awesome. So, here goes the gems. And I paid $1 for this. And that's amazing. I should have stuck up on these things. I only bought 2, not thinking what I can do with them. Then I done this, and guys, this flower is beautiful. And then I cut out 2 more, and on these 2, it's 1.5, 1 1/4, and 1 inch, okay? And what I did, I used the same color coordinations as the paper for my flowers. So, I should have stamped this on this side. But that's alright, guys. That is perfectly fine. So, I'm going to get a glue dot. Not a glue dot, but a foam dot. And to give it some dimension, I used my foam brush. And I brushed the edges with some StazOn brown. And I also, to give it even more dimension, I lift up the petals so it don't look so flat. And there you go. So now I'm going to put this flower there, this one down here, and this one on that. Well, this one down here and this